Need to give you a new playlist, Ginny. Need to give you a new playlist.
Simon would disagree with you on that one, Dan, I'm afraid.
It's amazing.
I bet he would.
Carefully selected for this afternoon. Indulged me in my favourite ones. I had to end on a Scottish one, of course. Get us all in the mood. So I am delighted to be able to introduce our next speaker, Brigitta. I only met Brigitta for the first time when she came along to our last global conference, and I think that we can all agree that the energy and the passion that she brought into the session that day was absolutely fantastic, and I am delighted that she is back today. Brigitta is German by birth but American by choice, an educator by trade, a speaker and trainer by heart design, a CEO by passion, and an executive board member of the International Coaching Federation. However, most of all, she is a wife and a mother at heart. She's now been with Asentiv for just over a year, and she's now conducted over 50 Asentiv Connect events with way over 1,000 participants taking place. So it is my privilege and honour to be able to introduce Brigitta, who is going to take us through Asentiv Connect.
Awesome. Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate you introducing me. I'm going to share my screen with you. Can you guys see my screen?
We can indeed. All good.
Okay, fantastic. Great. So I'm going to bring a little bit more flair. So not that you guys don't have flair, but I'm going to bring the US flair to you. So if you don't mind, take your left hand. This is my left hand, and in Zoom, you always gotta, put it in place. Where's left, where's right? So take your left hand, grab over to your right shoulder, and get your imaginary buckle, because you're going to buckle up. We're going to go through Asentiv Connect events. All right. As Sandro said earlier, there are different global marketing strategies, and Asentiv Connect events is one of them. And why fix something if it's not broken? If it works really well, then keep doing it. So Sonia, myself have tested, and several of you have jumped in at occasions, have tested in the German-speaking market, and the excitement of our Tuesday and our Friday Connect calls is absolutely incredible. It's people come on that are on the Connect events every Tuesday. I usually have the Tuesday calls. They're excited. There are new people coming in every week that feel and experience the excitement. And that's what makes it so fun. And it makes it easy for people to come in to connect with other individuals. The whole idea of the Connect events is to give people a low entry opportunity to connect with other business people, to connect with other, in German, we say Unternehmer, to connect with other people that already have a connection, that already have a network. So we're creating that ripple effect with the Asentiv Connect events, and our participants love it. They say it's profound, enriching, inspiring. I post, and if you're not following us on the Asentiv Global Facebook page yet, I think you should, because I post all of the pictures of our Zoom calls on that page every week. And I also take some little excerpts of what people say, what our Asentiv Connect event participants say, and they love the new connections, they love the new opportunities, they love the new people, they love the synergies, they love the follow-ups that are being made. These are not my words. This is actually from Tom. The exchange of invaluable information of valuable business owners. That's Leopold that's saying that. So there's a lot of value. There's a lot of interaction. It is a very interactive call. If you've never been on a Connect event, definitely make time to come on. And this is something, and I'm going to talk about that later. One of the best practices that I have seen out there, and I have been a corporate trainer for a very long time in Germany and in the US. So what Sandra said, or we're all, and Vic said earlier, we're all going in the same direction. So let's continue to go in that direction, continue with something that already works. Because one of my teachings is we always want to look at evidence procedure. Is it working, and how can we multiply it? And how can we give it on and pass it on so that you, the franchisees, can benefit from it, right? So they're successful already in the German-speaking countries. It is a low entry fee. They're already pre-vetted. One thing, if you have not heard it earlier, what Sandro said, you are looking as a business owner, you're always looking for that warm market, right? It's easy. And I'm going to repeat that again. It's easy to speak to someone that is already a warm lead. It's hard to speak to someone that is a cold lead that you have no relationships with yet. We are all in the consultative business. We are not transactional, right? Transactional would be you go into the grocery store and buy some cereal. We're building relationships. So how do you build relationships quickly? How do you do that? By bringing a lot of people, by leveraging your time and bringing a lot of people in the same place and let them make connections on their own. I say oodles. I hope that everyone understands that word oodles. Make oodles of connections. Because if you listen to other business owners, that is the number one thing that they think is going to increase their revenue in their business. That is the number one thing they think is going to move their business forward. That's what they think. So let's give them what they think they need. But then they find out, well, wait a minute, I get all of these connections and I get great ideas and I get people, I connect with people, not just from within Switzerland or from within the US or from within India, wherever they are. My business is still where it is. So I get these connections, but my business is still not growing. That's the beginning. That is not just one part of what one of the global marketing strategies that Asentiv offers, Asentiv headquarters offers. It is the very, very beginning. And out of that, you actually benefit from this marketing tool. How? Let me go into that a little bit more. So we already established low entry fee. We already established they're pre-vetted because now they're coming onto these connect calls. And by coming on these connect calls, they're already pre-qualifying themselves. They're already seeing now, ooh, I need this. You do not have to sell to them that they need that. They experience it, something that Stefan said earlier. When you start listening to your potential client and actually give them what they need, they close themselves. It's not a sales conversation per se. There will be sales conversations, but now they're already a warm lead. They already know in their head, wait a minute, I need this. So within these connect events, we will highlight the franchisees. If this is something that Jenny said earlier, if you're on those connect calls, we cannot highlight you if you're not on the connect calls. So headquarters, Asentiv headquarters does the financial and the qualifying heavy lifting for you. Hello? They do the heavy lifting for you and you got to show up. You have the opportunity now to take some of those leads and upsell them. That was one thing that came up earlier, right? Your job is to upsell. Well, if you want to increase revenue, your job is to upsell. But in first and foremost, your job is to build those relationships, because the biggest thing in our industry is how do we get butts in seats? Does everyone understand when I say butts in seats, right? That is the biggest question. That is like the $1 million question in our industry. How do I get butts in seats? Asentiv Connect events, the global events right there. So we have weekly Connect events with trial periods, as Sandra said earlier, in Switzerland, that's what they do. They make compromises, right? So we now have this trial period. HQ headquarters fills the events with new prospects. We have new prospects every week. We have continuously events going on every week, not once a month, not once a quarter, every week. You bring your own potential clients. Say we established earlier, the money's made in the follow-up. So if you have someone sitting on the fence, if I have someone sitting on the fence, I just ask them, hey, can I do you a favor and just push you over the fence? And they're like, okay, I get it. If they're still not being able to see what you have to offer, bring them to a Connect event. Let them experience of how easy it is to connect with other people and the value that Asentiv is bringing to their business. So when you're on the call, we will highlight you. We will, share. Okay, I had Tiffany on some of the trial calls before, and I said we have Tiffany down from Tampa on this call, and I highlighted her. It's easy then for Tiffany or for someone that says, oh, wait a minute, I'm in Florida, or, oh, wait a minute, I'm in Georgia, or, oh, wait a minute, I'm in California, or wherever you are, I want to connect with that person that's on the call. So you showing up is the biggest part, right? I think I read a quote the other day, and I think Sandra even shared it. 90% of business is showing up and building that relationship. So here's the good news and the bad news for the client, not for us, because it's only good news for us. So the client thinks that they are receiving the connections that will be the solution to their problem in business, right? So we're giving that to them. There's a big but in that. They experience still the same problem. They get all of these connections and they love it because it's great value to them. But they also realize, actually, it's not the lack of contacts that is my problem in my business. It's actually my mindset, or it's actually something I have to learn, or it's actually something that I don't know yet what I don't know. It's actually something I don't know yet that I don't know. That's where you come in. So don't leave them hanging on the Connect events, but actually take them to where they want to go. Take them for their business to become more reputable, have more revenue streams, have an increase in clients, have an increase in revenue, right? So we bring you the qualified leads because what Sandra said at the very beginning of today, Asentiv headquarters wants you to be successful, because when you're successful, your clients will be successful. When you speak to enough other clients, then your business is going to grow as well. It's a ripple effect. So with the Connect events, with the Connect Global events, we engage, we connect people globally, and we start doing that regionally. So we started in Switzerland, then we went into the whole German, into the DACH region and all of the Liechtenstein, Germany, Switzerland, Austria. But we want you to be, if you're in the US or if you're anywhere across the world, there's going to be people that will want to work with you and learn from you. And that's where the upsell comes in, but it's not a sales conversation. It will be a sales conversation, but in their head, they've already closed themselves. So it is all about you showing up, you being highlighted on the Connect events, because it's a warm, pre-qualified, pre-vetted community that all you got to do is be of value and service to them. So you have less headache because headquarters is doing the heavy lifting for you. You have potentially more revenue, and we're going to start doing this November 10th. So we've done some trial periods, but we're going to start doing this every Wednesday at 12 o'clock Eastern here in the US, which is 6 o'clock Swiss time. And I'm pretty sure you can convert it in your own time zone. Don't let me do that for you. That would not be a good idea. But you convert in your own time zone, show up. We're going to share with you when those are. I'm going to I'm going to share that on the Facebook group, on that global group with the 36,000 people that we have on there. Boy, if you're not on there yet, you really need to be on there. And that's as easy as Sandro shared this earlier. It's that easy. It can be that easy. It does not have to be hard. And we are making it easy for you. So all you got to do is show up, bring your potential leads, connect with me, connect with other people within the Asentiv Connect Global events. And bottom line is, be there. That's it from my side. I'm pretty sure we have some questions.
Yep, we do indeed. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Excellent as always. Fantastic. Yes, round of applause, Andre. Thank you. Very good. Well done. Fantastic to hear, and also fantastic to see and hear the difference that it is making globally as well. So fabulous. A quick question that we've got from Phil. How does the client suddenly realize it is their knowledge that's the issue when they never realized it at any other network before? Or is that only established during a call when we chat?
Yeah, that's established during the call when you chat, and that's established them showing up over. I have people on the Asentiv Connect calls for 1.5 years, and they're still where they're at. Because they think, some take longer, some take not as long, they think that it's only the connections that is going to take them to the next level in their business. Sandro, why don't you say something to that as well?
Thank you, Brigitta. Excellent presentation. And that what you say now is exactly that. What's the problem in the market is. Maybe a little bit a longer answer, Phil, that you understand why we do that. The reason why we have created, Sonia and myself, the Asentiv Connect ID, and why we run that now through Brigitta and Sonia is the following. Two main reasons. So the first point is, and that's not the answer on your question, Phil, but the first point is that we have over the last 10 years a very great creating values when we bring peoples together. Okay, when we started 50 years ago, you have a client, you have another client, and we know each ECC from the clients. We know the target market. We know the challenge. We know the strange and all the stuff. So when you have 20 clients, 40, 50, 60 clients, you can handle that. Okay, and our Swiss team success was all the time that we had to bring that people together. We connected people, client one with client two and all the stuff. Then we are the connection maker. Then we have the understanding what their business is, what their personal value is and all the stuff. So over the years, when you have 100 or more clients, you cannot handle that by yourself. You have no chance. Okay, you need behind the software. That is what behind this Asentiv Connect. I can share that a little bit later, the platform that helps us to match these different platforms. Okay, so that was one reason. And the other reason, and that's not the answer to your question, Phil, you know that you are also involved for many, many years. And Sonia and myself have done over 10,000 sales conversations over the last 10 years. And the most of the prospect that you have say, I'm an entrepreneur. I be the best. I don't need training. I don't need coaching. Okay. So I know he need that. Okay. We know that. Okay. What you need? I need only one investor with $50 million. Okay. Or what you need? I need only 6 clients that pay me $10,000 each month. Such bullshit. Okay. So the people don't want to listen. They don't see the problem. They say, I don't need training. I don't need coaching. I have made enough seminars. I need now the solution. And that is this client or this client or that what. So, and that was his frustration when you heard it over years, over and over again. And then you say, okay, we make the opposite. Okay, so what do you need? I need investors, sorry, I need clients that looks that and that. Okay. When we bring that people on your table, then you'll be happy. Yes. Okay. When we bring the people on your table that exactly have this and this point, this target market, this skills and all the stuff, then you have a good sales conversion. Yeah, I have a great sales conversion. Sales is not my problem. When I have the right people, I can do anything. Okay. Okay. What's your conversion rate? 80%. It's all shit. Okay. So what we do now is we bring that people on the table on weekly basis. Okay. For example, when someone joining in now the Asentiv Connect format, we make a one-to-one. It's in the global aspect each week. So the prospect have each week 3 new people face-to-face in a breakout session that he can pitch himself. Okay. Each week. So after a month, he have over 10 people in a face-to-face. Over 2 months, he have 20 people that we have selected and recruited on table in a one-to-one. And he will have the same problem that he had before. But now he realized by himself that he need a why, that he need an ECC, that he need the right target market, that he need a vision and mission and all the stuff. And we had bring him 20 people in the front of him, and he have the same bad performance that he had 2 months before. But during that, he realized that by himself. And he realized that he is not so good and not so lot of strange, that his offering is not clear, that his vision is not clear, that he have not a why, that the people are ready to connect him or follow him the process who he like. Make that sense, Phil?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I still don't see why he would suddenly realize that in our sessions as opposed to any other session that he'd ever been to. So I don't see, for me, I just can't find that trigger.
Yes, but I have someone, and that's important, Phil. Thank you. In the Connect events, we have here not only Connect clients, we have in the Connect event also Asentiv Pro, VIP clients and all the stuff. And of course, they talk from time to time, or all event, they talk about the Asentiv Pro program, they talk about the mastermind and all the stuff. And they reflection that by themselves, oh, you don't know what is an ECC? Maybe it makes sense that you talk with your field. Okay, what is that you meet each other each month? I don't understand. What is that? Okay, and that's the upselling. Okay, so it's not only the Asentiv Connect community on their self, it's mixed with all other clients together, and they bring the right spirit in the whole community. That's the reason that they realize that by us and not, the networking groups.
Okay, so all of your members have to join and stay there, right? So the fact they're paying literally forces them to come back, right? Because I've experienced this in my online where I've got my clients there, they've got the better pitches, they're talking about the ECC, and these people still don't convert, they disappear and stop coming. And like always, they blame the network rather than themselves. So I'm really open to this. So I'm not being awkward. I just can't get my head around what makes it so special because I've been doing this for the last 1.5 years. So I think it's really cool. Just love to find what that little thing is.
I think one thing there, Phil, that might, when I've been on a couple of these now, and as well, when you're on there, Brigitta was saying, you get spotlighted, and what you can implement into these meetings is cross-selling opportunities as well. So there are opportunities there that we can actually utilize as well. And obviously, the outcome of it really would be, if you want to call with the expert, which would be Phil, that type of thing. So yeah, there is different ways of doing it.
Thank you. Any questions? We shall now move on to our open forum for Q&A. So any questions for Vic, Brigitta and Sandro that have come to mind over the last 3 sessions that we've been running? Now is your opportunity to ask the question. Now is your opportunity to use the collective knowledge of the 3 that we've got in the room here today to help you. Have we stunned you all into silence?
So I'll start it off, really, if you want to, Jenny, is that I think that, you know, from this meeting, you know, people that know me, I'm always that person that's always, it just keeps reoccurring through my head, is the outcome, the outcome, the outcome, the outcome. So what's the outcome from being here today? And what is the outcome of the information that has been given today? So maybe, you know, there'll be different levels of this, but what I would consider, but for everybody on this call, is just get that clean sheet of paper if you need to, and start thinking about, first of all, the process that we've covered today. You know, and you're going to get a copy of this anyway, and then start thinking about, you know, your lead generation, you know, all the different, the 2 calls that you're going to get, the sales process, and start thinking about what you need in those boxes. Very simple stuff. You know, if you're going to use LinkedIn, what's the messaging? You know, what is the follow up to it? If you're going to run events, what type of events are you going to run? Have you got the sales script, and are you comfortable with the sales script? Have you rehearsed the sales script? And go through it all in that, just a tick box, just really, you know, a drop down tick box on a white sheet of paper. And if there's any, you know, circle the stuff that you're uncomfortable with, or you haven't got, or you don't know. Start thinking about your diary. How does all of what we've said today fit into your diary? Have you got your diary sorted? You know, have you got those? Have you committed to twice a week for, you know, Monday afternoons and Tuesday mornings for sales calls? That's where they all go in. And you know, Sandra was saying there, work backwards as well. You know, start working backwards for your financials. There's a ton of work to be done here. You know, but it's not hard. It just means that you've got to do it. So we've got to start thinking about how many calls. So how long is your sale? How many calls do you need on a Monday morning? And if you need, say, 10, is there 10 in your diary? If there isn't, you've got to do some more work. If there is 10, you're doing great, because that will convert then into your next, you know, your next calls. So, you know, all the stuff that's related to it as well. And, you know, things like we were talking about there, how are you going to run your CRM? So we don't want to get complicated with all this stuff, but, you know, a CRM can be just a spreadsheet, but you've got to have something to keep it monitored, so it's all the bits and pieces that you need to be looking at to make sure that you've got all those bits, and anything that you believe is either missing or you need or you're uncomfortable with, then that's when you reach out. That's when you reach out to us, you know, your local masters or your franchise owners or colleague, whatever it is. But that's what I would say to everybody on this call, and this is all different levels, is just get that blank sheet of paper, write it all out, scribble it out, and look what you need on each of the you know, just think of it as a journey. So, you know, I'm going to do this for my lead generation. Right, what do I need for that lead generation? How am I going to make that work? You know, when I get the lead, what am I going to do with it? Where does that go? How does it work? You know, when and how, even, you know, the simplest of things as well, things like, how am I going to book that meeting? What do I book? You know, what do I book that meeting with? Is it going to be Zoom? Is it going to be a call? What are the reminders of those meetings? How are those reminders going to work? All the way through to the end of when you get right to the end, and then you've got to start thinking about how do they pay you? What platform are they going to pay you on? Have you got that set up? You know, what are the reminders for that? So all of this stuff that we've just gone through here, going in greater detail for you personally on how you're going to undertake that. And that will then bring up the questions of not really sure about this, but how do we do this? Or how does this work? Or what should I have here? But all those things. So that's my input really for the outcome of this. And, you know, my last part of this really is it's up to you. You know, we can't only do a certain amount. It's got to be up to you to be able to, you know, lift your hand up, get a pen, get a bit of paper and get it done. And we can help you. We can, you know, do a bit of coaching with you. We can give you the scripts. We can give you the product or the process, but you've got to do it. And that's what we need from people in this community, in the Asentiv community. We need, you've got to hold us accountable and we will hold you accountable. And that's the deal. Thanks, Jenny.
Stefan.
Thanks. I agree with Vic, almost everything you talked about, but I want to highlight what's standing behind me, and I know Phil Bedford knows it well. It's about biking in a peloton. And I think what you're talking about now is taking on responsibility, doing everything, but my vision is to do things together. Yeah. So that's why I'm putting together a new team or extended team and working those things together with the team so we go together, because that we're going to go much more far. So my goal is to have 10 new people plus the people on the board to launch the 15th of December, a great year 2022, when we're going to do all these things together. So we don't need to everyone find out what kind of CRM, everyone find out what kind of payment system they have, because we do it together. And that's my intention for this, taking on that, doing this together and go together, not going alone, because we have been going alone too much. And I want to go together.
And that's a great mindset, as you know, as credit for you there, Stefan, is that you're going to do that in December. The majority of people would then go, well, I'll tell you what, I'll wait till New Year. I'll wait till January. Why wait till January? You're right. You know, do it in December, do it in November, do it now, because otherwise it'll be another 6 months. Yeah. So yeah, credit.
So it's launch. So anyone who wants to be part of that launch would be very much welcome.
Johan. Oh, you put your hands up. You want to be part of it. Excellent. You've got one. Johan wants to be part. I thought he was asking a question, but he's coming to join you. He's going to be with you. You're all right.
And we need help from you guys as well, if you want to part it.
Absolutely. And I think that's, you know, that's exactly what we have here, isn't it? You know, we can go, as Vic said, you know, you need to start getting the piece of paper out, the blank piece of paper, to decide what you want to do. But the fabulous thing is you have this community around you. You have people that have done it before. You can go to ask the question. You know, we can always reach out and ask the questions. You've got the systems around you. You've got everything that you could possibly need to be able to deliver it. It's where you start now.
And just want to say, if anyone wants my help, just raise your hand to help you, if I can.
Thank you, Stefan. Any other comments or questions for the team?
Maybe let me add in before a quick technical planning. For the Connect platform, you will have that also in the email immediately after the events. For all team members, for you guys that have a web subscription like before, is the Asentiv Connect platform included. So no extra cost, additional, okay? Gifts from us. So, and that link is also in the email. For all your existing clients, friends, family, whatever, you can give out a link. They will have a 3-month free trial. Okay, So they can join the event 3 months long for free. Then they have to cancel it, or then they have to pay. So, but that's the activity, then we can create a momentum now until to the end of the year to build up this event in a huge number and promote your guys as expert in the events that help you to recruit your contacts and leads to help you to develop your core offerings, your global standard offerings. Yeah, Stefan.
Wow, great. I mean, the first question: do you have a landing page or some where you can use as a marketing tool for that?
We have a registration page that have a quick description, and we have a landing page in English.
Okay, it's okay just to have some sort of a setup that inside could be videos, but there's a process, the landing page with some process that would enhance the recruitment.
Yeah.
Definitely. Second question.
Yes.
How will you handle the emails coming in? Where will they land? How do we get the knowledge of the people who will attend?
So it's very easy. That's the same question that Phil put in the chat. So
Okay.
we see where the people come from. Okay, so then we have first decision is country, second decision is region. In the first phase, we go out to the master. The master splitted that through the regions. Okay, so for the event that don't make the difference, but then we have that in the CRM from the HQ. We send out the lead with all the information to the master. And that's important. That is someone that we have made new the last weeks. During the welcome email that the Connect member received, he will have also the link directly to the different countries with the link for an appointment. So, and the second one is, we have talked about now what we say a box, what are the doings, what we have to do, them. And that's not the first time that we talk about that. And also in this case, we have made a decision that can keep that very simple. Now is end of October. It's the perfect timing to prepare all the stuff, like Stefan say, like we say, now in the coming years, beginning, make it ready, starting that, and then we have a perfectly 2022. So long story short, we have made the decision that we make 2 development trainings for free. Only these 2 one. The first one is November 17 and 18. November, master only. And the second one is December 1st and 2nd for all. The link is following in the summary email and no cost for you guys. The reason is that we make in these events and before, during the academy, all the stuff ready what is necessary. And that's our simple things: email, Calendly link, academy, pricing, and all the stuff, that we have the same foundation, the same basic to start. Otherwise, we have keep it back all to the general stuff that wrapped us up in the following process. So I said it again, 17 and 18 November, master only. December 1st and 2nd, all guys, franchisees, trainer licensees, and then we are ready for a great 2022.
I take it that's going to be, did I miss there, Sandro? That's going to be in the email sent out afterwards to register? Yeah, okay.
It's going to be a long email with lots of information.
Lots of to-dos.
Yes, absolutely.
Action.
A good advice is to do.
Yes. Brigitta, how can people join? You mentioned the date there, the 10th of November. Is there anything that we can do with that? How do people get involved in that one for you?
I'm going to post the event itself Can I post it in the Asentiv Global? Sandra, I can post it in the Asentiv. I will post it, so make sure that you are part of the Asentiv Global, that you also post in the Asentiv Global, and I will create an event. And look in the event section. I'll probably create it today.
Final thoughts or questions before we move on to your spotlight with your ahas and your to-dos from today? No.
Sandro, if we've got sort of time now, is there any way that you can just show people a quick look at the Connect platform? Because I think, you know, that it would be important for them to see it, because it's a pretty good platform.
Yeah,
Plenty of time.
that is what we have explained before, and it's very, very important to understand the platform. It's not the platform is not the USP. Okay, so the platform, it's the helping tool behind. It's not the idea that Asentiv Connect is similar to LinkedIn or other great platforms. That's not the idea. Our USP is that we bring the people together live in breakouts in the events. The platform behind is a helping tool for us, and that you can find like-minded people when they are not on the event. So, can see it? So that looks like. So don't worry, that's my Windows. It's in Germany. Your guys' Windows would be in English or Germany, whatever your account is. So that's a normally storytelling platform here.
Sandra, can you just make it a bit bigger? Can you just maximize your screen? It's a bit small. I don't know if people can just.
Oh, I have to. No, I have to move the. Better now?
That's better. Thank you.
And here see the different here can you see the different profiles. Okay, so, and in the interesting points, when you fill out your profile, you make the definition of your hard facts. So what you need, what is your target market, what is your service, what is your offering, what is your region, and all the stuff. But you will also put in the entrepreneur profile on the platform, what is your soft skills, your behavioral style, your personal values, other attributes for your personal identity, and all the stuff. And this thing we mentioned the first priority. So then you can see that on the platform. Now, for example, here, this guy here, Maximilian, I have not met him before. Okay, I don't know who it is. He's a client. Okay, and I can see I have with him 50% match. All my keywords are 50% the same that he had done that. I open the profile and see where we have overlapped keywords. For example, he's also a go-getter. He's also interested in investments. He have also an international network. Okay. So he have also a local and international network. We have the same region and all the stuff. So you can put in the keywords that we have in a listen, and you can edit that with your personal emails. Long story short, you can find here very easily like-minded people. They are very similar or close to them what you are. You can make a like, you can send him a message, or you can fix an appointment with him directly through the profile, through the platform. And that's a huge thing. And then we have different categories. Someone is for the free trial, someone is for people they pay Asentiv Pro or higher, and the higher people can see the lower people, but the lower people cannot see the higher people. So then we have an exclusivity for the people they pay more for that. So it is, and that's a great stuff. Any questions?
What has been the biggest comment you've got back from people using the system, Sandro?
You mean the Asentiv Connect system?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Brigitte can talk about a little bit more about that. So my impression, what I see, my experience was that the people really like that they can join very easily, constantly and easily like-minded people and talk about business in an atmosphere that is inspiration, positive, but it is business. It's also not speed dating. It's more really what's a really relevant people for me. It's not a sales platform. It's not, please be my next client. No, it's more the question, can you be my referral partner? Can you be my top 12? Maybe we want to do business together, not be clients and providers. So together, okay, that's what Asentiv is. Let us make business together. And that's the perfectly cover for that what we do. Agree, Brigitta?
Yes, I agree, because when you are in a room with like-minded people, you build rapport much quicker. And the feedback that I have received from people, and after every Asentiv Connect event, at the very end, I ask, what did you learn today? What did you like best today? Who did you connect with? And the common thread that I get as a feedback is, it was amazing again. I was in a room with someone that I met a few weeks ago, and we went deeper in our conversation, or I have met someone new and I got a great idea for XYZ. So no matter if they have met that person the first time, where there's a new connection that was built, because they only in each window, in each breakthrough room that they have within the event, they have 10 minutes with that person. So there are 3 rounds of 10 minutes. So they got to go in quick and go deep if they want to get something out of it. And out of that, they get they build great rapport, they get some ideas, they get great learnings. And I frame it that way, right? At the very beginning, I frame it that way. What kind of information are you getting? Are you getting a compliment on something that you're doing? Are you getting some ideas that you can implement in your business? Things like that. And the feedback and the phrases that come back are, it was amazing, either connecting with someone new or connecting on a deeper level with someone that I already know.
Barat, yes, the question is it going to be online in the future? I understand it is online, it's live, it's being used, and you will get a link to it in the follow-up email, and you will be sent some further information on how you can see it, and obviously look at registering and passing it on to your clients to register. That's what Sandra said earlier.
Be careful, I send out 2 links. One link is the official landing page. In this landing page is a free trial for 14 days. Don't use that for your existing clients and for yourself. Okay, that's for the public market. Use the separate link for yourself and then other separate links for your existing clients. The opt-in is all the same, but please use the different links for application.
All right, we're coming to the last section of our conference today, and this is for you to feed back to us what your takeaways are. What are your greatest ahas from today? And what are you going to be putting in action as of Monday? What are you going to be taking from today and implementing to help you in your business? So we can, everybody got an aha, or do we want 2 minutes just to go through and think about things? Wonderful. Barat, kick us off.
It was a great evening for me, and so to work on last quarter of 2021 for 2022 to be much better, and awaiting to come to Ascona in January for sure. Thank you.
Phil.
I've already sent all my hearts to Vic. They're all little things I need by email, and they're all little tweaks. So I think today's bit of a summary for me is lots of little tweaks, like the difference between sort of 99 degrees and 100 degrees, you know, the making steam thing. So lots and lots of little ones, guys. So really, really great session. Thank you very much.
Great to hear. Yeah, sometimes it's those just those tiny little implementations, isn't it? Was it the famous Steve Brailsford on the cycling, when he joined the UK cycling, he didn't make massive changes. He just started small and made those small incremental changes. And over the period of the time, those small incremental changes led to some massive results and massive changes. So just those small increments.
And if you want to give me one specifically, I just think it's very big of the guys, and hat off to give us access to the Connect and also all this training and sales and boosting and masterminds. That's huge. And I think obviously it's a good move because it ties it in with having the website, but it is also a very good move. So thanks.
To me?
Yes.
Yeah. And I agree with Phil. It's a transformation in the company that we start focusing on supporting the sales and marketing process. That's a real transformation. I really appreciate that the efforts you've done, Vic and Dawn, and all the management team. I think that, and as I say, we all say now is the best time to start the business in Asentiv. And I would say, guys who are new to this today, now it's really good. I went to the US with Phil and so forth. We had 5 days in the US, and then we got, here you are, do something about that. And it doesn't matter, they were great people, great fast, but I think we have taken another step now into something bigger, and the foundation is there. So I think it's up to us to do something, and there's still things to do, but how was transformational, and it's aligned with what I'm doing right now. So I really appreciate this will go fit together very good. So thank you very much.
Wonderful, thank you. Johan.
Yes, please. Since I'm new to this then as well, in Stefan's team, that's why I had my thumbs up. I really enjoy listening to this, both for me when it comes to the global aspect of the products, to feel that I don't have to invent the wheel. Thank you very much. And that I can explore and do that right now, and just in a exploring phase. And what I need to do is really pick up the phone and use the script. Thank you.
Sure, that's music to Sandro's ears. Pick up the phone.
I want to be pleased by everybody.
It's as simple as that. Pick up the phone. Make a call. Wonderful. Dan, you've come off mute. Does that mean you've got to share?
Oh yeah, as always, you know me, Ginny. Always good to share. What I resonated with what Sandro said, that the world is changing, and I'm delighted because it's the death knell of any organization if the CEO is not looking at consumer behavior, and I love that. The incorporation of online sales funnels, I've been studying that for the last 6 months. Totally agree what he's saying. I was always the referral guy, but the world is changing. And the last thing then also is increasing my revenue by charging more from January on. So again, thanks a million, guys, and thanks for being forward looking all the time. That's the key. Thank you.
How much are you raising your prices by, Dan?
I'm going up. I have to do the sums. Oh, you're after throwing me a curveball. I'm going up 20%.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, some more ahas, some more takeaways. What are we taking away? What are we implementing from Monday? Frederick, you've always got one for me. What have you taken away today?
Yeah, well,
all that has been said, we already do. So it's nothing brand new to implement. But all in all, I'm very glad that we have come so far with the whole organization. As I started Asentiv a couple of years ago, we were far away from that progress we've made. And this is what makes me happy and glad to see this kind of development and to see this kind of inclusion of the best practices all over the world. And it was a lot of fun and a great honor to work together with Nikolai and Dario and Sandra and all the teams to see what works in the respective countries and how can we implement that and put it on a basis that everybody can use. And this is something I really love about this company, that we learn from each other and we implement lifelong learning, the effort and the listening that Vic and Sandra do really gives us great progress. So that's what I realized over the last couple of months. And this is my biggest takeaway, not to mention all these small parts that are ready to implement and ready to use. But this is what my biggest takeaway is, that this is a great team. And it was great to see you all again and to see you all healthy and glad and happy, smiling faces. That's my takeaway today. So.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Well, as we said, all of the information that you've received today is going to be available in follow-ups. So please do look out for the emails. We will get these videos uploaded. I'm not allowed to leave here today until I get those videos uploaded and over to Sandra and Larissa so that they can get them out to you, which will be great. So please do make sure that you look out for them. Please do make sure that you actually take actions and that you start moving forward, and you've got the support around you. As Frederick's just said, you know, this is a great team. We're here to support, we're here to help, and it's all about how do you transform your business now and make yourself successful. And, you know, how do you want to see your region in one of those top 5 performers on Sandra's next slides, and particularly this time next year. And we've got a great opportunity to kickstart January in Ascona at the conference, whether you're joining us in person or whether you have to join us online at that time. But those are the next important days. Well, Sandra's giving us lots of important days, but those are the first ones to make sure they are definitely in your diary. So it just remains for me to say thank you for joining us today. I am going to hand over to Sandro for the final words before we let you go.
Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, at first to say thank you to you, Jenny. I think a big applause for Jenny for the great host again. Great job. Thank you for the preparing stuff also. It's all thing, you are a fixed point, and that makes easier for me and for Vic to handle that over to you. We can delegate it that perfect to you. Thank you, and be ready for the next time, Jenny. Thank you also to Brigitta for the great presentation, and that you run all the Asentiv Connect events each week, not only now for the English audience, but also for the German-speaking countries. That's important for us, or for me, that we have the same person to beginning. So that's the speed of implementation, that we have the same constant on page language. Thank you, Brigitta. I'm really happy that we can go the next step. And of course, also thank you to Larissa. She's, you guys know that she's my right and my left hand. So she is the boss in the background. She has a tough job. She's the only person that can work with me on a daily basis. So thank you, Larissa, for the great work, for the preparing stuff, and for all the works behind. Believe me, without of Larissa, we have no change. And thank you for that. We are really grateful that you be with us and that you be a great and important part and piece of Asentiv. Thank you. Also, Vic, great job. We have made a lot of opportunities open now. The next phase would be a busy phase for yourself, but you know that. Thank you for your work. Thank you that you be on my side. Thank you that you be my strong body on the side when we have to handle and manage dramas and all the stuff. We do that well. Thank you for that. And I'm happy that we can go the next phase together. Thank you, Vic. Then I have to say thank you to all the people that join us from difficult time zones. We have a lot of people here from the US. Thank you so much to join us. Tom, Tiffany, Miley, I think was here from the USA. It's early morning there. Thank you for that. Thank you also for joining us again, Ayumi. Ayumi is now the third time between 10 days that she joined a meeting. She had middle in the night. Thank you for that, Ayumi. We really appreciate that. That's a good example. No excuse, no apologize, find solution. And then we create a great community global site. You are a role model. Thank you, Ayumi, for that. Thank you also that we have a lot of new people here, especially from the Sweden team. Stefan and your new team members, very welcome in Asentiv. I really appreciate your work, Stefan. We work together for a long time now. You'll be longer in the company than myself. I have learned a lot from you, and I'll be happy that we can challenge us each other from month to month to bring better performance for you and for myself. And I'm really great to see that you have new people here, great people here, and I'll be really happy to see the results next year or sooner in the Nordic countries. Thank you for that. And the last but not least team, the German and Austria team. Thank you, great job, Frederick and Nikolai, with your guys. There are the most participants here in this event. That's a good example for be a great leader, to be a great model, to be a great leading by example stuff. That is what we need. Go first. Need that, do that, and that's exactly what we want. Yes, Phil?
I think he was just clapping.
I was just clapping. I was just agreeing.
High five, Phil.
So when Phil have not the last sentence, then I take that to me. I really want that you guys have success. I really want that. And for the most of the people here in the online room, I know the ECC. And you guys know the ECC is the basic, is the fundamental of that, what we do. The ECC make the difference in the world. The ACC-based relationship can be the difference. You guys can be the difference for many, many entrepreneurs in the world. And that is what we do. That's the why that we stand up each morning. And we can create for entrepreneurs a spectacular life and amazing business. And I say that again, I really want that you guys have success. Okay, we are here. We have open up now new doors. We have new solutions. We are here. Keep cool, don't worry, don't stress, be happy, relaxed, but just do what we have to do. We have to do the following steps constantly. It's not a miracle. I say it again, we have not to build up a space shuttle, only following the process, and we will receive that. And I say again, I want that you guys have success. And when we have that, then we are in a more happier place than we are today. And I would like that we can go the way together, like Stefan and Vic say that before. Let us do that as a team. Together we are here. Be friendly to each other, help each other, but don't forget it, your own stuff to do first. Okay? And then it's all is cool, or all is calm, and then we will have a great 2022. Let us do what is necessary until the end of the year. I wish you guys a happy weekend. Thank you that you shared time with us. Thank you for listening. I wish you a great business and an amazing business, a spectacular life. And don't forget it, you can be the different. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.